Hello everybody, my name is Almighty Ambrose and we're back with some Starlit Flower. I realized I didn't say the name of the game before I started, but honestly who cares? The name's on the screen and in the title, so just whatever. Anyways, last time we left off, this adorable girl. I'm not very good at descriptions. Cerise, that's okay, that's about right, I think. Shit. There we go. Alice glares daggers at the flesh eater. She calls it Cerise. It must be the girl Alice was talking about. Certainly looked like a girl, but not any ordinary girl. Hold on. You never change, Alice. You're always fun to scare. I look Cerise up and down, taking in her appearance. She's like Alice, unusually beautiful. Her hair is short and curly. Her skin is milky white and her eyes and eyelashes match her hair. Those count as eyelashes? Whatever. They look like eyebrows, is what I'm trying to say. White as snow. She wears an expensive looking dress. It looks to be made of some silky fabric as Alyssa's, but in tone of a pink orange it sparkles vibrantly around my lantern light. Alice pulls away from me, and her absence makes me shiver as her body heat left me and the cold night air to take its place. And you're as impossible as I remember. Ah, did you miss me? Like hell I did. Elise mumbles under her breath. She seems to mumble a lot, but Siri's mate must be used to it because she understands her. Anyway, is there a way to go back? Keep fucking up. Anyways, she said something. Elise Cerise tries to pull Alice into an embrace, but Alice shoves her away by the face. Don't touch me. Why are you being so difficult? I only want to hug you. Why don't you hug a tree instead? That's it. If you don't want to play nice, I won't either. The two glare at each other, resentment clear as day because I can't fucking stop clicking the button to skip room. They remind me of two siblings at war with one another. Thank the stars I'm an only child. Indeed. Hey! What? They both yell at me in unison, turning their attention towards me for the first time in a few minutes. Their gazes are intense and their body language almost identical. I can't help but crack a smile at the sight. Regaining my composure, I frown at the two of them, masking my amusement. Look, what are you two doing here in the forest? It seems to me like you're both lost. That's because we are lost, genius. Cerise, don't be rude. She can help us. If she has food, I'm all ears. I have a name. Einer. I have food and medical treatment Alice needs back at my camp. If you two would be so kind as to stop gasbagging. Gasbagging? I've never heard of that before. Then follow me. I'll gladly assist you because yes, words. Wow, she sounds like old Bobo or Boo Boo or fucking no. Boo Boo, who's that? A wise old woman from our kingdom. She's like a mother to the two of us. Maybe to you, Alice, not, but to me, she's a pain in the ass. Alice stomps her foot on Alice's foot because words. Ow, that's abuse. So was the sound of your voice. With a sigh, I turn on my heels and start heading into the direction of my campsite. Follow me, I say without turning back to them. They follow, the sound of their footsteps a strange comfort and silence of the forest. I'm going to regret this, all of it. Why hadn't I just forgotten about these fallen stars? Why hadn't I just set up camp and gone to sleep? Why didn't I just dismiss all as a dream, an hallucination, a trick of light? I'll never know. Hey, I wouldn't. If I had find two people to hang out with in the forest, I'd be A-okay with that. It's not long before we reach the clearing where I help set up camp. And it's just how I can't. It's just how I've left it, not a twig out of place. I head straight to the tree stump where my backpack sits and motions Alice to sit on the stump. She does so. Cerise follows. I don't know. Cerise is good. I'm gonna call her Cerise. It's easier to pronounce. Yeah. Her expression aloof. Do you always have to be breathing down my neck? Hey, I'm just here for the food. There it is again already. What are they, dogs? I heave a sigh. Where's the stick when you need one? Behave. The two girls take a stray look. I pay no mind and bend down to remove my supplies from my backpack. My homemade salve is the first thing I take out, along with a bandage. The salve is made from a recipe Mother taught me. She was a great herbalist and practically taught me everything I knew. Without her knowledge or her love, who knows where I'd be right now. Dead in a ditch. This time around, the two girls gave me a wide-eyed stare, as if I'm an axe murderer disguised as a harmless girl. Maybe I should stop talking to myself in front of them. It's strange, but the strangest thing is that it's only something I do when people are around. I hope you're referring to our dinner. Alice shuffles away from me. I ignored and Cerise's comment. Let's just get this over with. I made a quick work of opening a salve tin, and the list flinches. With a sigh, I take a loop, Alyssa's wrist in my hand. Worry creases her flawless features. Hold still. Wait, are you sure that's safe? It's safe. I made it myself. Does she really think I'd try to poison her or something? I'm not that much of a bad person. To prove this, I rub some on the slab on my own wrist. She relaxes in my grip and doesn't seem so far away from me anymore. Finally, she allows me to rub a slab onto her wrist. She winches and tries not to, and I try to be more gentle. You did? How? What does she mean? Okay. She sounds impressed, but her face gives nothing away. Cirrus, on the other hand, looks bored with our conversation. I'm a trained herbalist with the use of plants. I can make any kind of stuff like this. Wow, that's pretty smart for a little girl. Cirrus chimes in. She was listening after all. Little girl? I'm 18. Yikes, you're old. No wonder you act like boo-boo. How old are you two? How old are the two of you? 4 years. 4 years young. 4 years. Same. I have no clue how this works. I guess they really are stars. Elise steps on whatchamacallits. I need to stop doing that. Elise stomps on Cerise's foot once again. This will be a recurring thing. I can tell. I can just tell. Ow! Will you cut that out? What she means is, a lady never reveals her age. Was that meant to be some kind of joke? Sir sounded pretty serious, though. Whatever, I don't care. The two of them sure act like 4-year-olds. 4-year-olds, so it wouldn't surprise me. I'm finished with this salve. Next up, the bandage. I take the bandage and wrap it around Alyssa's wrist, making sure it's tight before releasing her warm hand. I can read, shut up. Alyssa averts her eyes and stares down at her now bandaged wrist. Take it easy. Don't try anything risky with it for a while. Thank you. Her face flushes. I give her a curt nod before turning it back to them. People thanking me usually causes me to feel some kind of small happiness. It's one of the things I love about being a herbalist. So it isn't unusual. That's adorable. But sometimes something feels different this time. I can't explain it. Now that's done, where's the food? Glad from the change in subject, I ignore Cerise's boxiness and take out a bundle wrapped in cloth from my backpack. Cerise's eyes light up, and she jumps at me like a hungry puppy dog. I put my hand out and stop her advancement. Wait. She pouts at me, but takes a step back. I process to open the bundle inside the bag. It's nothing but broken up bits of bread and cheese. It's all I brought with me from the last village I passed through. Cerise's excitement vanishes at the sight. She crosses her arms and pouts at me once again. You call this food? Oh, I'm sorry. Would you prefer bark and leaves instead? A small laugh from Alyssa's surprised me for a moment. She has a nice laugh. Cerise's face goes bright red and snatches some bread and cheese from my bundle, and then walks away from me without another complaint. I offer Alyssa with a wordless gesture, and she takes the modest piece of cheese. Thanks. And hence I nod away from her, much like the first time she thanked me. Ugh, why am I acting like this is something over this is so small? Cerise takes a seat on the floor and grumpily stuffs her face with portions of bread and cheese. Meanwhile, Alyssa stays put in her stomach and takes graceful bites of her share. On the other hand, I decide to skip dinner. I'm already low on rations as it is, and will need something to eat tomorrow. Will? I'm already thinking I'll be keeping them around. Next, I'll be giving them pet names. Lissy and Cece. Kill me now. Same. Relatable. They still haven't gotten around to telling me why they're here in the first place. I decided to bring the topic up again. Anything to stop these strange thoughts. So tell me, what are you two doing in a place like this, dressed like that? I thought it was obvious. Cerise, don't say any more. The moon said, I know, but we may as well tell her, Elise. It's not like she believes us anyways. Humans don't believe in magic. You got that right, son. You don't have to tell me. It's not like I really care, though I can't help but wonder. What's any of this got to do with magic? The two of them look at me, their expression's serious. Elise always looks serious, but the expression doesn't suit Cerise, as she always looks like she's gonna pull some kind of prank on you when you least expect it. Elise sighs and looks defeated. She turns to me and takes a deep breath. We come from the night sky, which is our home. All, all these twinkling stars you see, that's our family. It's freaking huge, right? I bet you can say, I bet you can't say you have a billion siblings. Ceres looks proud of her interruption, and Alice sends a glare her way. The moon sent us both here without our consent, but before he told us we need work together to find a human. Not just any human, a human that's our only chance of returning home. Long story short, we're trapped here until we find the human the moon told us about. After their little explanation, the two of them look at me, waiting for my reaction. A million questions run through my head, but I can't make myself speak or believe any of them. This is ridiculous. I should have half the mind. Don't scare me like that. Half the mindset of, you're distracting me, Charlie. Get out of here. Blah blah blah. I should have had the mind to pack up all my thoughts and leave them behind, to forget this whole thing even happened right now. Every bone in my body told me to do so, but I didn't. I skipped the dialogue. That's what I did instead. They look like they jumped out of a fairy tale. Perhaps they did. The sky, the moon, stars for siblings. They must be joking. It isn't funny, of course. I don't believe them, but that doesn't stop me from being curious. I'll just play along for now and see what happens. Making a deep breath, I look at them in the eyes. Okay, let's say I believe you. Why are you telling me what? Why are you telling me, and what do you expect me to do about it? Of course I knew I'm the one who asked them, but they didn't have to tell me. They could have lied and said they came from the last village and got lost in the forest. So they must be telling me this wild story because they want my help. Or they suggesting that I'm the one looking for it, blah blah. Well, you're human, obviously. You must know where the other humans are hiding. Because as far as I can tell, you're the only one in this dump. Ceres! What my idiotic accomplice meant to say is, we need your help. Of course they wouldn't even be here if they didn't need anything from me. They wouldn't even want to know me. It's no secret that people are only interested in themselves and their own problems. In the end, it's not like I even want them hanging around me. The faster I get rid of them, the better. You're right. You won't find any else around here. If you want to find more people, you'll have to travel to Revel, the town up ahead. That's where I'm heading. That's perfect. You'll take us with you, right? It looks like I don't have much of a choice. You're not so bad for a tiny human. Ceres ruffles my hair, and I slap her hand away. She only smiles in response, and I feel like slapping her again just to knock that smile off her face. Thank you, Einar. Alice sends a warm smile my way, causing my face to flush. It's nothing. Let's get some sleep for now. We'll head out in the morning. Okay. Nice. The sun's warm rays greet me as I open my eyes to the new day, and I find myself to get up. I had slept on the forest floor with nothing but my coat to warm my heart. That doesn't make any sense. I was trying to make a joke, and it fell flat, and I skipped the Alice and Ceres are huddled up together asleep on the forest floor. Alice rests her head on Ceres, Sarice's chest and reading. Reading is great. Delicious. And Sarice wraps her arm around her. The two of them share the blanket I let them last night. They look. It's too bad I have to wake them. We should get it going if we want to make it to Reval as soon as possible. I don't want them. I won't wake them. It's better that I leave them like this. Instead, I'll use the time to prepare us. Sorry. Instead, I'll use this time to prepare us some dinner. I'm gonna need all the energy I can get while having to deal with these two. A short laugh erupts from my throat. I feel like a mother who doesn't want to wake her bratty children. A mother who grows more aware of her love for her children when they're sleeping, asleep and silent. Time to get up. I lift myself off the ground and dust myself off. Then I grab my backpack and put it on. It didn't feel right to leave it behind. Alice stirs, opening her eyes. My movements must have disturbed her. She sees me with my backpack and jumps to her feet in panic, knocking Cerise off of her in the process. Cerise rubs and runs her eyes from her sleep. Wait! Please don't leave us behind. We'll try our best not to be a burden onto you. What? You were just gonna leave us here? Cerise jumps to her feet and stands beside Alice. They both watch me, waiting to hear my explanation. Guilt washes over me. I wasn't planning on abandoning them. It's not like I haven't thought about it. Luckily for me, they're not mind readers. I was just gonna get some leaves for breakfast. Humans eat leaves? Jeez, you weren't kidding when you were offering some for dinner. Why do you keep referring to me as a human? Aren't you humans too? You certainly look it, but not the ordinary kind. They're extraordinary. Extraordinary? I don't know. I've been doing my best to ignore the strange things they say, though it's getting on my nerves, much like everything about them. Alyssa's manners are the only exception. The least of them, at least one of them, is civil. No, we don't eat leaves. We infuse them with boiling water and drink it. Yuck. Oh, that sounds interesting. I'd like to try it. A smile appears on my lips for Alice. I don't know why. Perhaps I'm trying to reassure her that I'm not going to abandon them. Last night, I said I'd help them, even though their stories was out of this world. That wasn't a lie. Alice gives me a shy smile in return, making me flush. Why does she have this effect on me? Let's go. The tea is something. I skipped the accident. One step after another, we venture through the forest. It's a beautiful day. The birds are chirping in the trees, and the sun's warmth is shining down on us. It's to my surprise, Alice and Cerise have been so quiet. I almost forgot they were trailing behind me. It won't last. Soon they'll be at each other's throats once again, and I'll have to stop myself from knocking the two of them out. Deep breaths. Although I say this to myself, both girls take a deep breath behind me. To test them, I let out a sigh. They returned, and that's it. I turned my heel and glared at the two of them. They glare back at me. What are you doing? Nothing. What's with them? They're 4-year-old indeed. I turn my back on them again and I ignore their childish antics. It's not long until I finally spot what I'm looking for. A medium-sized tree with a star-shaped leaf standing on it. What? Star-shaped leaves? That's amazing! I want a star-shaped leaf. That doesn't count as a star though. I don't know what they're called. Whatever, it doesn't matter. This tree reminds me of my mother and the time that we spent together. Mother and I would always gather leaves and make tea together. As a child, I hated tea. Mother made me drink it though. She said it was good for me, and I believed everything she used to tell me. No matter how bitter the tea tasted, I'd drink it. Just to make me happy. Just to make her happy. Just to make her proud. That's all that matters. Now, I love this tea. Tea is pretty nasty without sugar. It's just like watery leaf. Like honestly, you wouldn't eat a leaf by itself. So why would we drink water leaves? It's the only thing in the world that makes me feel close to her. My legs run on their own. My memory is giving me new energy. I run to the trees and pluck a star-shaped leaf from its branch. The strong scent from the leaf fills my nostrils as I hold it to my nose. The smell is nostalgic. It reminds me of home, or rather, what once was home. Humans sure love their leaves. Sirius's voice catches me by surprise and pulls me back into reality. I hadn't heard them approach. I turned around to see Liz standing in front of me, smiling. Are these the leaves you were talking about? Yes. I just need to pick some and then we can start making the tea. How exciting. What can we do to help? She wants to help? I hesitate. It's hard for me to let others help. Usually others are no help at all. Having others around only produces more work. What if they slack off? What if they do it all wrong? It's hard for me to put my trust in others. Ulysses appears to note my hesitation as she downcast all of a sudden, a smile fading from her face. Sirius storms up behind her and glares in my direction. We're not useless, you know. You could at least give us something to do so we don't die of boredom. Okay. They sure can be pushy when they want to be. I think my mind wandering. Yeah, I can read. They watch me in anticipation. This is an unnecessary pause. They watch me in anticipation. They look as if they'll hang on to every word I say next, like children that want nothing more than to please their doting parents. With their eyes glued to me, I sat down on my backpack and take out a canteen, followed by my fire kit. Then I returned my attention back to the two overgrown puppies standing in front of me. Alyssa, I need you to take this canteen and get some water for the cheeseburgers. I'm not looking at the screen anymore. Because reasons, I'm definitely not distracted by someone, a specific someone, a particular someone that's being irritating and coming into my studio, aka the bottom floor, aka the living room, aka the dining room. Shut up. I'll just keep going. Listen, I need to take this canteen and find us some. Alyssa, I need you to take this canteen and find some water. There will be a spring. There should be a. I don't know what that is. I am very uneducated. Alyssa looks pleased as I hand her the canteen. She takes it from me with a sense of pride. I'll do my best. Adorable, she says before she dashes off searching for the spraying. The spring. Oh, a spring. I was reading that as spurring. Her enthusiasm causes me to flush. What about me? With my face now red, I turn my attention back to Cerise, and I hand her the fire kit. She takes it, a little confused, like she's never seen one before. I need you to do the most important part. I need you to build a fire. Cirice's eyes light up with determination. Easy peasy. You asking the right girl. Before I can say another word, she runs off. Fire kit in hand, I'm sure she's gonna find some kindling for the fire. With the two of them gone, I returned back picking leaves and from the trees and place each leaf in each direction in my coat pocket with with care. I can't loud breathe it without looking. Time passes as I swept up God damn it, in the nostalgia from I can read of my mundane task. My left coat pocket is filled with leaves, and the time I stopped and returned in that time. I think I picked too many, but extra tea is never a bad thing. Cerise and Alice still haven't returned. I wonder where they are. Maybe they got into trouble, or maybe they got lost again. What if my thoughts halt and I pull myself together? Why am I so worried? They said they could take care of themselves, but I don't think I believe them. They need someone to guide them. Maybe I should. The sound of rustling bushes fill my ears. I expect to see some kind of wild animal jump out and harass Cerise. Instead, it's Alice. Yes, because Alice apparently emerges from bushes when she gathers water from the spring. Instead, it's Alice who appears from the bush. She holds my canteen with a proud look on her face. Cerise follows just behind her, kindling in her hand, so I wasn't far out from mine. I smile. It appears they can handle themselves after all. Yay! It's like an adorable, happy family. The two of us spend the rest of the morning preparing breakfast. The three of us. I don't know why I said the two of us. Cerise builds the fire on her own and gets a little too into it. Heck yes! Nice. Self-voicing.
What is aliens? Show off.
I didn't know that was a thing. What I do is that
self-voicing enabled. Self-voicing disabled.
Okay, well that's cool. Show off. Once the fire it's lit. I'm sorry. I take out two metal bowls from my backpack and place them beside the fire. Alice, I can't. I lost track of what I was saying. It's right in front of me. How do I lose track of what I'm saying? Alice watches me curiously in her eyes. I wave for her to come closer, and she does. Can you pour the water into this bowl? Alice nods and opens a canteen. She then pours the water into the metal bowl. Cerise hovers over us to watch us, two of us at work. Nice. Now we add the leaves. The leaves crumple a little as I take them from my coat pocket and add them to the bowl. They float a little, and I try to push them down into the water with my fingers. I keep crushing the fucking...
Self-voicing disabled.
What now? What now? Now we boil the water and let the leaves infuse. The fire is only small. I place the bowl over it, and it is now set atop the burning kindling. It should take a few short moments to boil. Alice and Cerise watch the boil, as if they were waiting for something magical to happen. Okay, it almost makes me want to laugh out loud. I don't know what they're expecting, but it's nothing special. It scared the crap out of me. Soon enough, the water bowl boils, and I remove it from the fire, being careful not to burn myself. It's 35 minutes. I don't know if I should stop or. Okay, maybe we're just showing pieces of dialogue. Then I place it beside the empty bowl for a moment. While it cools, I place a piece of cloth over the empty bowl and pour the boiling water over the cloth. The cloth catches all the leaves and the water enters the bowl underneath. Finally, I take the cloth off the bowl, and inside is now hot green tea. Wow, it's like magic. Elise looks truly impressed. It's rather cute. It's nothing special. Circe grumbles and crosses her arms at the sight. Yeah, it is nothing special. Just like the food you fed us last night. Circe's comment doesn't change a thing. I take 3 cups from my backpack, as well as... How did you have 3 cups? How did you know there was going to be exactly 3 of you? You must be a time traveler. You have future vision or something. Then I open the bundle and reveal what was left in my rations. Okay, breakfast time. Eat as much as you want. Drink your tea. It'll give you strength for the journey ahead. A smile creeps on my face. I can't help it, as I sound so much like Mother and I keep giving her things. She makes it sound like she's giving us a feast. Ellis and Cirrus give me a look of masked anticipation before they could each take a cup, and with a little too much excitement, I do the same thing, I guess. The cup feels warm in my hand. I hold it to my lips and take a sip of the fresh tea. The liquid is hot in my mouth, but it comforts me. It tastes just how I remember, bitter yet sweet with the memories of my mother. Will the other 2 like it? It only takes a glance to see that Cirrus is too busy stuffing her face with the tea. Elise, on the other hand, holds the tea with 2 cups and gracefully lifts her pink lips. She takes a sip, and I can see her expression. She doesn't like the taste. She notices me watching and forces a smile. It's different. With a smile, I go to tell her she doesn't have to force herself. A loud squawking pierced my ears as a bird of some kind flies over us. Okay, I'm gonna stop there, cause this seems like a good place to stop. Also, this is almost 40 minutes long. God bless America. This is Almighty Ambrose signing off. See you next time. Bye.